Keeping Up with the Joneses is a new comedy film directed by Greg Mottola. It's the story of a couple named the Gaffneys, who are your very average, borderline boring suburban couple, played by Zach Galifianakis and Isla Fisher. Things get shaken up when the Joneses, played by Jon Hamm and Gal Gadot, move in next door to them. And while at first they appear to be the very perfect couple, things are turned upside down when it's discovered that they're actually secret agents, and the Gaffneys are involved in an espionage plot. Now, I like Greg Mottola's work. I really dug Superbad. I think it's a contemporary classic comedy. Adventureland was pretty good, a bit of an underrated flick, and I loved Paul. So I was quite looking forward to seeing this movie, but unfortunately, it's definitely not his best movie. It's not bad, it's passable entertainment, but it definitely wasn't as funny as his previous movies. On the plus side, it was fairly well shot and edited, it looked good for an action comedy, the performances were as good as they needed to be, except Isla Fisher. She's a great comedic actress, but her accent bothered me. She does not do a very convincing American accent, and in all honesty, I think they probably should have kept her character as an Australian. I mean, it worked for the Bad Neighbours movies with Rose Byrne. I thought Jon Hamm and Gal Gadot were pretty convincing as the secret agent couple. They just kind of had that, I mean, aside from being extremely good looking, they just had that kind of action movie vibe about them. So, it lended a bit of authenticity to their characters. And it also featured one of the better chase scenes involving vehicles that I've seen in a movie this year, with a car and 3 motorbikes, which fortunately the trailer didn't give away too much of that scene. And yeah, it was funny, but at the same time it was well choreographed and yeah, quite exciting. But unfortunately, the big failure with this movie was its predictability. Now, I'm not the sort of person who's good at predicting movies. There are so many times in my life where I have people say to me things along the lines of, "Oh my god, really? You didn't see that coming? It was so obvious." And I'm like, whatever. But the thing is, I don't think ahead in movies. I get caught up in the moment and just absorb what I'm seeing at the time. I don't try and think about what's going to happen. But this movie, oh man, it was so predictable. Every single spy movie cliche was thrown in. It was just at a point where I pretty much knew the entire movie, during the first act. And not only that, goddamn, the trailer gave away so much. I honestly think they could have done a much better job with the trailer not giving away pretty much the whole movie. If you've seen the trailer, you really know everything that's going to happen, and that was such a letdown. And other than that, I just really think it could have been written a bit funnier. A lot of the jokes in the movie fell flat. There were a few good laughs in it, but, nothing that busted my gut or anything like that. It definitely could have been funnier. But at the end of the day, look, it's passable entertainment. We've seen it all before, but we had a good cast and likable characters, that sort of thing. And, if you're after just some mindless fun, you can't go wrong with this movie. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I might have given it a 5.5, but there was a scene where Isla Fisher and Gal Gadot make out with each other, so realistically, I've got to give it a half point for that. So thanks for taking the time to watch my review. If you've seen Keeping Up with the Joneses, let me know what you think. Keep in mind, I do actually respond to every comment that you guys leave me on YouTube or Facebook. All my social media links are down below, so drop me some comments because I like to talk about movies and I would love to talk about movies with you. See you next time.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.